Hello, it's Brittany, and I'm here for Sunday Vibes with Brittany. Today we're going to be looking, or using, I should say, some of the new summer fun collections from Jesse James Beads. I'm super excited because all four of these were so much fun. I think since next weekend is Independence Day in the United States, we're going to go with summer fun today, but we might, we're definitely going to have time to make two pieces of jewelry today, so I think we're going to also use some summer citrus because I'm loving fruit right now. So I'm gonna move. Oh, the other two were Shark Week, which was really fun, and Flamingo Party. So those are all four are still available. In the Summer Fun collection, Baby You're a Firework. It's all red, white, and blue, but there were some accents of black, and I think the metal in this was all gold. Today we're going to be using some silver. Hey Julie, hey everybody. I've already kind of sorted some things. Here's a lot of the red and a lot of the gold and black things. We're going to set those to the side. We're working with silver today, so I've kind of just segmented out a lot of the blue, and we're going to make a memory wire bracelet today, but not just like a multi-loop memory wire bracelet. This is one style that I really love wearing, and it's more like a bangle than a wrap bracelet. Hi Heidi. Let's see who else is here. Hi Donna. How's everybody doing? It's 4 o'clock here on the West Coast. It's about dinner time over on the East Coast. What's everybody making for dinner? Or what did you make for dinner? Today I'm going to be using some memory wire. There's a multi-pack available on their website. And the beads that you see before you. I'm also going to get an assist, I think, from some of the other strands that they have available right now. We have some metal from one of the new Pantone Strands. And then we have a lot of blue strands coming out. We have blue raspberry, which I just love. Look at this big blue glass bead right there. But there's a ton of really cool metal on here that if I don't have enough metal in silver, we're going to break this puppy open. I also have the AI Aqua and French Blue strand. I think this is a really fun bead. I don't think we're going to work that into the memory wire bracelet today, but we never know what's going to happen. Then there's a lot of good silver on here. I also have some silver and some components from the Ultimate Gray and I can't remember the other name, Cerulean strand that I used on Friday's video. So I kept that metal because in that video I used antique brass. So we have a couple beads from there. And then I also have a couple beads from the Save the Date collection, the really glitzy glam Save the Date collection. So we're going to get started. I'm just kind of scrolling through and reading some of your comments. Heidi's working on supper. Donna, I don't know what the temperature here is, but I think it's like 100 and something. It's very hot. You're 87 where you are. Hi Sandra, hi Vicky, welcome. Hi Maria. Oh, Heidi's making a lot of yummy stuff. Okay, so I'm going to make sure we always use our memory wire cutters, right? When we're using memory wire, and I'll tell you why. This is what happens. If you use your nice cutters, if you can see that there's a big scar right in the middle of my cutters. And I didn't know this until I did this with my really nice cutters. That is the exact spot I use every single time when I go to cut anything. Doesn't matter what it is. And it's so frustrating because then I have to move it because it won't cut there anymore. This is from trying to cut a jump ring that I didn't know was memory wire. So that's what will happen if you don't use memory wire cutters on memory wire. So I'm just going to take memory wire comes in these rings, kind of like a slinky. I am not going to need much for this bracelet. I'm just going to cut about a ring and a half, maybe two rings. So 1 ring and then 2 rings. I don't even need that much. So we're going to cut 1 ring. We're going to cut over here. You're really not going to need 2 rings. So let me see. Usually I will make my a loop on that side, but I also have some earring backs that you can put on to your memory wire so your beads don't slip off and you're not committed to a hole. So you could just slip on like one of the plastic earring wire backs, and most of the time that won't slide off. So that's just a cute little tip for you. Sometimes it'll slide off if it's too loose, but I'm going to set this off to the side. Lynn, I don't know if there are different gauges of memory wire. Maybe. I know that there are some that are flat, so possibly. I know there are different sizes, like ring sizes. So if we're looking at this package, we have a ring size. I don't really know what that little size is supposed to be. We have a bracelet size and we have a necklace size. And then bracelet size comes in several different sizes too. Maybe these are supposed to be for earrings, probably. So I'm going to go ahead and plan out as much as I can the order of my beads for my bracelet. I really love these hexagon glass beads. I think they're really fun and they throw a lot of sparkle from the facets. And so those, along with these really awesome pave beads, are going to be my focal. So I'm just going to go just like that. Yeah, thanks, Lauren. After I said it, I thought they were hoops. And we'll go ahead and put those in there. So I'm going to have one left over, which is great because I want to use this separately on a stretch bracelet later as the focal. So, and then we have some really nice frosted glass beads in blue. I don't think I have any just plain red. We do have some little tiny red crystals, so I might get those out and use them. Okay, I'm only seeing 3. I know I dropped one bead earlier and I couldn't find it, so it must have been an extra one of those crystals. And then I am going to put on a dark blue, 2 dark blues on either side, and then these are acrylic. I think these are the only acrylic beads in the mix, but they're pretty cool. They have several different blues inside. Put those on either side. And then I am going to separate these blue beads with some red rondelles, red crystal rondelle spacers, I should say. And then I want to try and get some metal or something between these 2 blue beads. So, oh, here we go. These are from one of the glass strands. And these are little rhinestone spacers, rhinestone spacer balls. Okay. I'm not 100% sure that that will be enough to get around. I know it looks like enough spread out, but once we get it onto a memory wire bracelet, it might be a little too small. So then we'll come to that. We'll work with that when we get there. So that's why I'm not curling this end of our bracelet. I'm going to load my beads on. Memory wire is super easy to work with. And actually, I don't want this to be the last bead on the bracelet. So I'm going to put on a red bead. A spacer, one of these little crystals, and one of these crystal rondelle spacers, and then we'll start with our sorry, so I'm reading these. Okay, sorry, I was reading your responses. Hi, Melanie, how are you? Okay, we'll go ahead and just load these on. Now these beads might give you a little bit of trouble, but they're seeming to be small enough that they're not sticking. Sometimes more flat beads have trouble with the curved memory wire, but we're doing okay. And we'll just keep going. And then this will be a design where we don't really want the beads moving around anyway, so if they're not moving too much, that's fine. I'm just going to slowly scooch all these beads down to my stopper. Okay. Trying to gauge if this will be too long. And if it is, we can just remove a couple things. Yes, it is festive. That's the look I'm going for. So I have a bracelet to wear to a cookout next weekend. Oops, we almost skipped a spacer. Oh, I'm so glad you were able to make it, Melanie. Okay, so I'm going to get that on there and just finish it off like we saw on the other side. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure this bracelet is going to be long enough. You can always test it on your wrist. I don't really sell jewelry, so I just always test on myself. Sorry, my wrist is in the way here. Actually, we could probably even put some more beads on, so I'm going to do that. So that's why I love that I didn't curl this already, because if I did, I would have to take off all of our beads. Sorry, somebody asked a question. Are you going to dangle the bigger stars? I am. I'm going to put it on the end of the bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. We have 2 more of those. We have some more crystals. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put on one of our big sparkly beads from the Save to Date collection. And I'm going to put on a crystal, or a daisy spacer, and our little red crystal. And then I will go ahead, take off our stopper from the other side and slide it onto this side. Being careful not to take beads off the other side. And then I will go ahead and slip on the coordinating beads on the other side. Oopsie. Okay, so I'm going to test it again. All I did was add 2 beads, but sometimes that's enough and sometimes it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and get these moved down as far as possible. And that's way better. Okay. So the memory wire portion of this bracelet is finished, but I'm going to show you how we're going to finish off this bracelet. So I'm going to cut anywhere from probably about a hair more than a half an inch, and make sure you kind of hold on to that so it doesn't go flying, or wear protective eyewear. I'm gonna find my pliers. And I'm just going to do a simple loop here. Okay. We want to make sure it's completely closed. Okay, so we have one simple loop. All right. And then I'm going to take off my stopper, trim this down just a little bit. And we're going to make sure all these beads are moved further down. So there's now a gap at this side, and now this side is too short. So I'm just going to hold this and slowly move my beads. Now we don't want this to be too tight because we want it to have a little bit of movement on our wrist. So just be kind of careful while you're making this loop that it's not gouging your bead and making the wire too taut. Okay. So, okay, you could leave it like this. I'm not going to. I have a clasp. I actually have an assortment of clasps from Jesse James Beads. I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay. And we want some, hi Sarah. We're making a memory wire bracelet for 4th of July, but not a normal memory wire bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and put my clasp on. So this could be an easier version if you're not one who loves crimping, but you don't really you want to make a spicier bracelet than just a stretch bracelet. This would be what you want to make. So we'll go ahead and attach our clasp to one side. Okay, and if you by chance make it too short, you can make this adjustable, or you can make it you can customize the length by adding more jump rings to your clasp. And if you wanted to make it adjustable, you just put 2 of your closures on one side and jump ring them together. So I'm seeing that there's a little bit of an issue right here. You can see that the wire isn't closed all the way. That will result in some heartache later if we don't take care of it now, because the clasp will fall off. Here we go. And this is a fun 15-minute bracelet, and probably even faster than that if you're not teaching. So we'll put that on that side. And then Donna asked earlier, are we going to put a charm on it? Yes, we are. Now this charm is gold, but I still think it looks really nice. So we can close our bracelet here. Go. Bracelet's closed, and then you've got a bangle, very sparkly bangle. People are gonna, if they're like me, they're gonna grab your wrist and say, "Where'd you get that?" When it comes to jewelry, I have no personal space, which is funny because otherwise I really do. So I'm gonna take a jump ring and I'm gonna open it, and you can hang your flower or firework or whatever you want this to be anywhere on your bracelet. I'm going to hang it off the back down here. Thank you. All right. So there is our very sparkly firework bracelet for any, I would say, American holiday. And if you like red, white, and blue, absolutely any day of the year. So we're only 20 minutes in. We've already had one piece of jewelry, and I really, really, really love it. So this was made using the Summer Fun collection, and then we had some components from the Pantone collection and the Save the Date using memory wire. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like that. So I'm going to clean up just a little bit, just put these items back in here. And then I think we're gonna bust out the summer citrus collection because it's super yummy. And I've been saying for a very long time that I'm obsessed with fruit right now, and then I got this awesome collection in the mail from Jesse James Beads. So today we have the Summer Fun collection, and I don't have anything planned for this, so I think it's just going to be a design with me, and we'll see what's going on. Hi, Mom. My mom's here. So I also have the Illuminating and Ultimate Gray mix. I used the Ultimate Gray, a lot of the Ultimate Gray in our Friday project, but I really love all the yellow yumminess in here, and that will help us extend this mix. We'll go through this in just a moment. I also have some 3mm check glass fire polish beads. I don't know if we're going to use all this. I don't know what we're going to do. I have the burnt coral and marigold Pantone strand. So juicy. And we have the coral sea glass strand. And then we also have the mint and green ash strand. So all of these are like, look at how yummy. They make it easy, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and spill this out, and then maybe we'll make something. I don't know what we're gonna make today. I also have a red strand, but I don't know where it is. And oh, here it is. Here it is. Actually, we have a couple other strands that will really work with this. I just don't know which ones we're gonna use. So we have Eternal Sunshine. We have strawberry picking, which I'm obsessed with strawberry picking, the strand at least, and we have orange citrus. I think that strawberry picking is going to look really great with like the watermelon theme in here. We've got some really cute lemons. We've got some really cute watermelons. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere, not here in Arizona, but we can have a mojito. I guess if we're being good, it could be kiwi water, but I'd rather see mojito. And a lot of really fun themed beads. So let's think about this. I'm thinking we should just stay on the bracelet track. I want to do like a really fun, it's just going to be like a design with me instead of a tutorial, because I think stretch bracelets are pretty easy, but let's do some fruit bracelets. How do you feel about that, guys? And then we can do a pair of earrings maybe. You guys want to make bracelets? Just making sure I'm reading all your comments. Okay, I'm seeing some hearts. Yes, I know you love a mojito, Mom. So, all right. I think I want to make. We'll make a watermelon stack, and then we'll see what we can do with lemon later. Okay, so I'm loving these green beads. Okay, good. I'm excited you guys are excited. Look at that. Doesn't that look so yummy? It makes me happy. Okay. All right, so I'm going to keep all of this stuff to the side, and then we're just going to kind of design a really quick bracelet. I think we're going to open up this strawberry picking strand too. Mojitos are the best. They're so yummy. Hello, Fern. How you doing today? Okay. Alrighty. So I definitely want to use, you know, I love these hexagon beads. I think we could save those for our pair of earrings. Okay. We'll get some bling right next to our really cute charm. And then I love these. Look at these like little almost potato chip spacers. That's what I call them anyway. We're gonna get those in there. Ooh, we have some little teeny tiny crystal rondelle spacers, and then we have some larger ones too. I think we're gonna get that right there. Oh, we have a really nice red bead. Okay, I think I'm going to change these red beads out because we don't want to have all of one size bead and then hit a chunky bead and then have it just not taper correctly. So I'm going to try and get the bigger bead next to a bead that's the next biggest size. We don't want to, it won't look right and it won't feel right on your wrist. There we go. And then what I'll do is we have some bead caps in here. I'm going to put the bead cap just on the side that's next to our glass bead right there, because I'm using the crystal rondelle spacer towards this crystal. That there. And then we will use, let's see, some smaller crystal rondelle spacers. Sorry if you can hear the air conditioning. Like I said earlier, it's hot. It is very hot here. Julie, if you're on still here, tell me how hot it is because I can't look at my phone. All right, and then we have a couple more of these like avocado color crystals. I really like those because it tones down the brightness a little bit. And then what I'll do is on the back of the bracelet, I'll have one of these. So we're kind of working towards the middle. So this will be what'll show on the top of your wrist, and then this will be below your wrist, unless you wear your bracelets the other way. Okay, I'm gonna get some elastic cord. Should have thought this out and had some next to me. Here we go. And then we always want to make sure we start with the bead that we'll be able to hide a knot in. One of the green beads will probably be best for that. Sometimes it's hard to get the knot inside of the smaller crystal beads. Okay, so that sometimes means that we can't start right at the end of a bracelet. And I'm gonna grab a jump ring so we can slide on our charm. Yeah, Roxanne, it's hot. My goodness. Not last week, but the week before, it was 117 almost all week here, and it was miserable. I love hot weather, but not 117 for sure. Do we see another one of these? Right here. I don't. I'll keep looking. Okay, I'm going to start stringing, and I'm just going to start right here because with this green bead, because I want to have that be the end of my bracelet, but then it doesn't matter because we'll come around and finish on the other side. So put our I don't know if any of you feel this way, but I feel like stretch bracelets are definitely like therapeutic. Sometimes if I am I don't have any motivation or can't think of anything to make, I'll start a stretch bracelet or just kind of start stringing on a stretch bracelet, and that helps. Oh, thank you. Somebody said top of the screen. There it is. Thank you. That was great. Okay. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, 117 was no fun. It was rough. Isn't this like the juiciest bracelet you've ever seen? It makes me want to go downstairs and get some watermelon, that's for sure. All right, so that's definitely not enough to finish, but we've got a really good start. And then I'm just making sure that I keep these beads to the side so we can finish it off when we come around the side. I'm looking for my ruler. All I have is this one. And I want to get to about 7.25 inches with this. So we're at 5. So I need 2 to 2.5 inches left. We have about 3/4 of an inch here, and we have our crystal. Let's see, because whatever we add to this side, we'll have to add to this side. And let's see, where did those red beads go? We'll go with this guy. Actually, we'll do these two. I think that might add a little bit too much. Oh, we have these tiny green ones. That's perfect. Or I thought we had tiny green ones. We have one tiny green one. Does anybody see the other one? I love asking you guys for help because you find them. Actually, we could do this. All right, so I'll see how this goes. Okay. Just under, but I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim my elastic cord. Okay, and we always want to stretch before we tie. And don't just stretch the ends, you stretch every piece of this elastic. And that's because it will stretch out over time if we don't pre-stretch. And then I just tie 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I use GS Hypo Cement. I definitely need a new one because mine leaks everywhere. So always put your cap on your GS Hypo Cement. And then we're just going to dab some glue on that knot on both sides. There we go. And then you want to put your cap back on as quickly as possible to prevent any leaking from the glue. And then I kind of always just wiggle the knot a little bit to get the glue worked into the knot. And then I cut it about 1/8 of an inch away from the knot. And then you can move that knot inside your bead like that. And that glue will help it settle in there. So there's our first bracelet. It looks a little tiny to me, but I know it's the right size. And it's so juicy. Ugh, I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna make a citrus bracelet. I think we're still gonna stay with the gold metal so we can kind of wear these together. Even though we're not going to use red in this bracelet, we're going to kind of bridge that gap with the gold and incorporating some green too. So I definitely want some orange. We're going to use this charm, and I'm going to use, this is the orange citrus. Do we want to use orange citrus, or do we want to use the burnt coral and marigold? Very similar. Actually, these would make really great pieces together. I think we're gonna make 2 more bracelets, and this one that we're making now is going to be yellow, green, and orange, and then I think the next one will be yellow, red, and orange, and that way we'll have 3 colors, all 4 colors together. All right, so this is the orange citrus strand right here, and then we're going to be using our little lemon, and I definitely want to get some of this illuminating strand in here. There is this awesome bead right here that I just love, and it's a lighter yellow. It's going to help us. And let's see. There we go. I think this one will be kind of on the back of the bracelet, and then I just want those 2 little rondelles. Then we have these from our citrus mix. I want to get just a tiny bit of green in here, so we're going to use these guys. And then I really want to use these rondelles from the orange strand. Some more bead caps. Doesn't that look like a really yummy smoothie? That's what I was thinking, a smoothie. And maybe these barrel beads. Those might be a little big. Okay, we'll see where it takes us, because we gotta save some for the next bracelet too. There we go. I'm looking for my elastic cord. I might have to get some more. There we go. Okay, so we want to do the same thing. We want to get our charm onto a jump ring. Okay, so we'll have our charm in the middle, like that. And let's start with, I think we're going to put these two little orange ones right next to our lemon. And I like these tiny crystal rondelle spacers. We have a few different sizes here. There we go. We're going to put those between our crystals. There we go. And don't these little teardrops that kind of leading away from that lemon look like little leaves? I love it. So cute. We'll put teeny tiny ones here. Put yellow. And then I'm going to do a bigger rondelle right here. I don't know if these bead caps, I think they're right on the edge of being a little too big. One, two. We'll make it work. We'll put these there. And I really do like putting the teardrops right after that orange, because it just looks like an orange with a leaf coming off the tree, and it's super yummy. Okay, I'm going to try to do the bead caps around the orange rondelles, and if they don't look right, we'll just use a different kind of spacer. We have the large yellow for the back. Or we could also use the orange. No, I like the large yellow. And then we'll go with these guys. That's a little big. Yeah, I want to work in a lemon here. I think it's super cute, and it extends our little citrus theme. Put that there, put that there. All right, now I have to choose a bead to hide my knot in. I think it's probably going to be the lemon bead. So I have my elastic cord. And we're just going to kind of work our way around like we did on the last one. super sweet. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. And I say this all the time, I have a lemon dress that I want to wear with all my citrusy jewelry that I've been making. And we're gonna try the bead cap on the orange, see what happens. If not, we'll just go to a different type of spacer. Oh, I kind of like it because it almost looks like it's caged in there because the bead cap's a little bigger than we normally see. I think we're going to change from the yellow bead in the back to this orange bead in the back because it's going to be a little bit too much yellow if I lead up to that. Let's see, spacer. Sorry, I'm just measuring here. We're at about 5 inches. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay. Yeah, I do too, Deb. Thank you. Yeah, Melanie, I for sure will take some pictures and post them on my page on Facebook. Let's see. All right, so then we have yellow. Melanie said in her wildest dreams she never thought that beads could be yummy. I've been saying it for years. They're so yummy. They make me, especially these citrusy fruit style beads, they make me salivate, make me need to go downstairs and get some fruit for sure. Goldie's being such a good girl. She's just sitting in her bed. She knows if I'm talking and there's nobody else in the room that she doesn't get any attention. She's such a good girl. Okay, so let's see. Yep, it's just, it might be a hair short, but I think it'll be okay. All right, just making sure I didn't make any mistakes. Better now to change it than after we close it off. Okay, it looks good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. Stretch. And I know a lot of people who make jewelry, but they won't make stretch cord bracelets. And I was very scared to make them in the beginning. And now I've made hundreds, if not 1,000 of these things since I started making them. The pre-stretching really helps. What else really helps is try not to get them wet. I mean, yeah, you can wash your hands, but don't go swimming. Don't wear them through a shower. And normally if a bracelet is going to pop, I always say it's going to happen while you're making it because there's some weakness in the cord or something like that. But the other thing is when you're putting on one of these bracelets, make sure to help it over your hand. Don't put it on and go like that. I've watched people do that and I cringe each time because your bracelet's going to pop if you do that. Or it just gets too much stress on it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue our knot. Close up my glue. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I signed up to show the dress, to model the dress with the bracelet. I thought you just wanted to see better bracelet pictures. Okay, so then we have, this one's finished. See, I always go into that spot where I ruined my pliers. And then I'm just going to slide that knot into my bead. And we have number 2. That's some wonderful juicy stack right there. And they work together because they have a common theme of fruit, but the green is between both bracelets. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a third that doesn't have, it doesn't have any fruit on it. We have 9 minutes. 9 minutes. I don't want to take up your entire Sunday evening. So I'm going to bridge these two by including orange, yellow, and a little bit of red into the third one, no green. So this one I'll be able to wear with both of these or with just one, and there will be a coordinating color. Okay, so let's see. I really like these barrel looking beads. Those are really pretty. Is there anything we want to use on here? What about these boho beads? Yeah, so we're going to use this burnt coral and marigold strand. We've got a lot of big bead mix going over here. Nice fruity bead soup coming up. We're going to use maybe one. Maybe we'll just use one in the middle of the bracelet. Okay, and thanks, Maria. Thanks, Lynn. Okay. Oh, we also have this really cute bead from the Illuminating mix. I'll put that to the side for now. And I'm just going to go through and pick out beads that I think would look really good as by themselves and as a group. Like these. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm thinking really hard. There's steam coming out of my ears. Okay, I think that's a really good mix of the orange, the red, and the yellow. And we'll kind of just pick from it as I create the pattern. And then we'll just get some metal going. I really like those. Okay, so just like the others, we're gonna kind of, I always choose a pattern. With the amount of amazing beads in here, you don't have to choose a pattern. You could just kind of go asymmetrical, just start piling beads on, and you're still gonna come up with a pretty amazing bracelet with these colors. Okay. Here we go. All right. Oh, good, Maria. Maria said she was waiting for me to use those red drops. They're so pretty. They have a really nice, really gorgeous luster on them. So the way I design is I pick out the beads that I for sure want to use and like lay them out where I think they would look nice, and then I'll move them around as needed, and then I kind of just fill in with whatever else I've picked to match what I've pulled out. So let's see. Ah, thank you. Somebody said I forgot my second cathedral bead. I was like, which one? Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, I think that's probably the order in which they'll go. I don't know if we're going to end up using all of them. I'm actually going to start with this guy because his hole is definitely big enough for us to get that knot stored in there later. So the issue I think I'm seeing at the moment though is that this is a really thick bead, okay? And going from that bead to this small bead might be a little awkward. And we need something in the middle of there. So I'm checking to see how this would look. No, don't like that. We have a different one here. We also have some larger yellow rondelles that actually I just saw and I think are going to work. Okay, perfect. So you see how we're kind of very gradually stepping down in size. That's what you want to do. You don't want to go, I mean, if you want to, that's fine, but I don't really like those drastic changes between bead sizes. Thanks, Virginia. So I'm going to actually kick out this guy, and maybe we'll use it later. And then we're going to step down to this one's a little bit more thin. This is going to be a chunky monkey because these beads are really big. So we need a spacer. I think I'm going to go with one of these. Hides the big knot. I'm sorry. Maria, I was talking about the knot will go into the big hole bead. I'm looking for the right size spacer. I think I only have one left that size. Oh, nope, here we go. Oh yeah, you're right, Maria. It does. That larger bead will hide the whole of the bead next to it. Thank you. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to measure really quickly. So yeah, we're right at the mark where this orange bead can be my middle bead. No, I probably need one little, you know what I'll do? I'll put this little guy in the back. Oh, Lucy, thank you. She said, I'm so enjoying your style and drooling over your vibrant creations. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Grab this one. And then we're just going to go back down the other side. Can you believe it? We made 4 bracelets today in an hour. Oopsie. Deb said we only have 1 minute left. Well, this is going to take just maybe 3 minutes. So hopefully you guys can stick with me. You guys are so sweet. All right. So then we have our teardrop. This guy. We need a large rondelle. We need one of these. Ooh, so that was a different, this one has an AB on it. So I need to look through and find the coordinating sister, because these don't have AB on them. But if I can't find another one, I'll just take that one off. Thanks, Paulette. That's so sweet. I swear I saw it. Do you guys see another one of these, but AB? We have 2 right here that are not AB. I'm wondering if I put it on this bracelet by accident. No. Ah, here we go. He was hiding. Okay. Yeah, that one's definitely long enough. I've got two that are shorter and one that's longer, but that's okay. This one is actually should have been longer because we have bigger beads, and when we have bigger beads, they take up more circumference on the inside of your bracelet, so you need to actually make them longer. So I'm okay that this one's a little longer. All right, and then we're gonna stretch and tie. Okay, grab my glue. So tiny. Okay, and then we'll trim this off. Usually I wait about 5 minutes to trim, but it's okay. I'm not going to be wearing these anytime soon. And here is our 4th bracelet of the day, 3rd of this set. So we used so many different styles, or so many different items today, but look at that. We have 3 bracelets that coordinate. So, and this one kind of bridges the gap between the 3. So there's our stack, our citrus stack. Isn't that yummy? And then we have our patriotic memory wire bracelet. And I really think if you're having trouble crimping, if you're worried about crimping, this is maybe a step that you can try in the right direction, because it's more firm and not if you something a little bit more formal than a stretch bracelet. But now we have a whole new collection of bracelets. So thanks so much, you guys. You're all so sweet. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. We ran over by 5 minutes today, but I think we did a good job. And we have, I'm just going to show you my little mess here. We have a ton of beads left. So again, today we used the Summer Fun Baby Year Firework collection and the Summer Citrus collection. So thanks so much for watching. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their weekend. Bye-bye.
Hi, cutie. You're waiting for lunch, huh? We're almost there. Another 10 minutes, we'll go get some lunch. Yeah. Look at that little smile you got going on. Oh, she wants some tummy rubs real bad. Yeah.